Oh my God, dude! I don't know how lawyers can survive without poking their eyes out.
Yeah.
When I see contracts, like I get contracts and I'm like, look, I'll read through them and like my eyes.
I
fucking,
hate that shit.
I can't.
You know, I hear that.
Although I get why lawyers cost so much money, dude.
You know who has the highest rate of suicide among professionals?
Accountants.
No.
Hookers.
Probably up there. Fuck, I forgot. Dentists.
Dentists.
Dentists. They like have a really high suicide rate because they're always in people's mouths and shit, dude. It's
Yeah,
just
but
like
they choose that
no,
job.
but imagine. I know they choose it, but imagine like every single day for like the last 50 years, you go in and you're like, oh, pus pocket, and it's like leaking, and then it's like, I mean, that's all got to be a horrible job.
That does sound disgusting when you put it that way. I didn't realize how many pus pockets were going to be involved in dentistry.
Don't say that shit. Prayer, your car.
Whose car is that?
Glenn?
Whose chair is this? It's not my chair, not my problem. Is it your car?
My car doesn't sound like that. Although I've never heard my car alarm go off.
We'll try your keys.
They're not on me.
Get his keys.
Was that you, Prager?
Get it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Okay.
that was me.
All right, next story of the day. Cool search engine. Cool.
It's cool.
Cool. 2,341 people dug the story submitted by
Rapist.
Rajanai Cruelty something.
Wow, that was pronounced correctly.
Thank you.
It blew my mind. That's exactly how it's pronounced.
Cool launches a massive search engine with an index of 120 billion web pages, making them arguably the most comprehensive search engine on the web. Google doesn't come close to the size of their index, although they claim to know about 1 trillion unique pages. So here's the deal, new search engine. This is what makes it interesting. Yes, we've all heard of new search engines. They come out every 6 months.
Or 2 days.
Or 2 days. This is done by ex-Google search employees.
Ooh, that makes it interesting.
A bunch of people from Google got together. They said, okay, we're going to create something bigger, larger. Their index is larger. I'm going to type in Diggnation to see what comes up.
Okay.
I got to admit, on day one, first of all, autocomplete.
That's fine.
We've
That's
seen
very
that,
old
whatever.
school.
You click search, Diggnation. I had it on a 3-column list, so that's the default.
I like it.
The layout's a little different. First thing is our Wikipedia entry, so that makes sense.
Audio.
Second is audio. Doesn't
That
quite
doesn't
make sense.
It should be revision 3.
Revision 3 is the 4th entry, but here's
Oh,
what
but see, this is weird. This came up with me, which is it shows you the article at Wikipedia, and then it pulls up the article for deletion. So if anybody says, no matter what, for whatever reason, oh, this should be deleted, you will always get those 2 results from Wikipedia. And I had a hard time because I was like, oh man, what? This article's up for deletion? And it's like, no, it's just all it takes is one person to say, and it gets put into that category, and this thing pulls it.
Yeah. It's I mean, one of the things I do like, I'll say.
And also random episode.
Yeah, episode 57, I don't know.
So that's the only thing it doesn't do Diggnation.com, it just does?
Well, the thing I will say that I like, okay, the search results still not doing it for me.
I mean, that's the deal with search results.
Well, yeah, but
it's
I'm
never
not
going to be.
And I'm not a fan of the layout. I think the 3-column thing is a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to go kind of left to right with my eyes on search results.
And these are not always
These are
great.
cool. I like this though.
Yeah, but like the ones that...
The category stuff is what I do like because, like, first of all, it knows that we're a podcast, right? So it gives us podcast award winners. It shows other related podcasts, right? It shows
audio podcasts.
Shows Tech TV because we relate to Tech TV. It shows other people that are on Tech TV. It shows some stuff from Twitch, G4 hosts and staff. But it's weird that your name's not even in here at all.
I know, and none of those are on G4. Like none of those people are on G4 and staff anymore.
That is weird.
It's interesting.
Did you type in your name to see what happened?
Yeah, I think I did.
How were your results? Okay, now that's just horrible.
Right, yeah, the first result is girls on film. But
that's
because that's what my
your old blog was,
typepad is now, points to that.
And then your Wikipedia entry, your results aren't bad.
Let's see here, look. There's my deleted Wikipedia entry.
Oh,
or
that's
up for
weird.
deletion. It's like, what? And then, is that us, I guess?
Is that us?
No.
No, I hope not.
And that's not us?
Yeah, the pictures are a little weird.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's
audio?
still... I don't know.
It's like everything's on audio and not our stuff.
There's seriously, on Alex's results, there's a picture of me holding a teddy bear. What the fuck?
That's related news.
First of all, when did I hold a teddy bear?
That is related news.
When did I hold a teddy bear?
That is what it says. And it's deleted. iPhone line?
I think that was Photoshop. I was not holding a teddy bear ever in my life.
Really? That's a strong statement,
No,
sir.
I don't know about that, but
I mean, not around cameras.
No,
or,
exactly.
You know, with people with digital photography.
anyway.
That's a weird,
So-
like, 6 in. I like the idea of it, you know? I mean, yeah, like that picture had nothing to do with what ended up, what we found.
CNBC, yeah.
That was a while ago.
That was.
That was a year ago, almost.
Yeah. So,
It's hot in here.
I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the idea that they're trying to take search into a new direction, but I always feel like whenever that happens, it's like, really, I don't know what I get. You know what I mean? Like, there was another search, cha-cha-ching, cha-choo-chi, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha.
CHA?
Yeah, just try C-H-A, C-H-A, C-H-A.
I love how we're using Google to find the search engine. Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, it's not going to be in Google.
Well, they're going to index it, right? Cha3.com? No, it's
Yeah, probably, because that's cha-cha-cha
no,
would be
that's saying it's saying it's
cha3.com.
someplace in Haight that's like a restaurant.
Oh.
I don't know.
Was it?
Oh,
Put it-
Cha-cha-cha is a great restaurant in San Francisco.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Cha-cha-cha. Great tapas.
I like cha-cha-cha too. Now go in do cha space cha.
No, but that's okay. Cha-cha-cha. I'll type in search.
Just search.
Cha-cha.
Cha-cha.
Is that it?
Nope. Try it.
Cha-cha.
Try cha-cha. Cha-cha.
Okay, cha-cha. That's it. Good answer. It looks like a search engine, but it's for phones, mobile phones.
That's weird. So
All
I
right.
think what it is the way that I can't remember if it was cha-cha-ching, cha-choo-choo, whatever the fuck it was. But anyway, the way it worked was that it hired people that knew how searches worked and knew how to best optimize a search string. So like you would say, I would say like, you know, Diggnation. And a human would go, okay, well, that's a podcast. They're probably looking for information about Diggnation podcast. So they would type in the search that would actually be in would be like Diggnation podcast, Alex Albrecht, Kevin Rose, revision 3. And they'd search for that. And those results are what you'd get. And so it was like a way that they were like putting a human between who knew how to search and get the best results from like a Google or something else. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Whatever. It's interesting. I like the idea that somebody's trying to do search in a different way. I like that.
I like that too.
I like that.
I just don't think that the big kind of press selling point that a lot of people like grabbed onto was that their index is bigger
and Google employees.
right, and that their index is bigger. And to me, I don't ever see your index being bigger. I mean, I understand in theory it might be able to find some obscure page that Google hasn't indexed that's a more relevant result to me.
Yeah,
but in practice, to me, I don't even care about page number 387. I don't need all the results in the world. I just want the best results. I know it's a chicken and egg thing. You have to crawl all the sites in order to find the best results, but in the queries that I've typed in, it's all from mainstream sites that I see anyway and that I already know.
Right.
It's not like when I typed in, Alex Albrecht, the first result was some obscure
article
site
that you're like, I'd love to see that, like a fan site in Germany or something.
Right, that isn't indexed by Google already.
Right,
So
exactly.
anyway, keep up the good work.
Yeah. We will be monitoring the situation as it arises.
Report back.
Report back a little later. So this is actually an interesting story. This has been sort of bounced around a bit in different incarnations. Apple CEO Jobs' life not in danger. New York Times reports 601 people dug the story submitted by me CSS. A New York Times columnist reported Saturday that Steve Jobs' health problems amounted to a good deal more than a common bug. They weren't life-threatening. I don't know what that means, because amounted to a good deal more than a common bug means that it would be very much more than a common bug.
Right, which was.
It was, but
Did
not
you hear
life-threatening.
Did you hear the original story that came back way back when?
I mean, he had pancreatic cancer,
Right.
which is horribly, horribly dangerous.
Right, but the thing
And
that
it was
was
this weird, rare one that he could get operated on. Well, so basically the bottom line is they said, yes, he had cancer, no, he's not dying, and please get off his back.
right because the pictures. I mean, you saw him at the latest Macworld.
The iPhone thing,
The
he
iPhone
looked like,
thing,
yeah,
he's like as thin as a
Skeletor.
rail, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And
Oh,
so-
that's your telephone. I was like, there's fucking geese going by? Really, Hippie Glenn? It's geese quacking?
I love how that's his ringer. He's like, it reminds me of nature.
Yeah, I love geese in nature. So here, this raises a big question. Because a lot of people sort of got up in arms about the fact of like, it's his health, it's private, it's his health. Why do you need to know? And I'm actually going to say, you know what? You kind of need to know. Steve Jobs is Apple.
Yes.
If Steve Jobs
I agree with that
leaves
point.
Apple is going to be a different company.
Right.
And it puts the success of Apple's corporation in question, I think. Because we know, I mean, Steve Jobs left Apple and it wasn't the Apple that it is today.
Right, right.
And when he came back and, you know, created the iPod and the iMac and all that stuff like that, that's what really blew it up. So I think it's valid. It's a valid point to say, you know, it's the same thing as like when the president or the vice president of the United States gets sick. That is news. People need to know that because they want to know what's going on with the people that are in power. You know what I mean? So if you're an Apple shareholder,
I am.
Wouldn't you be concerned if all of a sudden it came out that Steve Jobs may not live for 5 years?
Absolutely, but I think that, okay, so here's kind of my take on it. One, no matter